What are the effects of social distancing, quarantine, stay at home, work at home, go to school at home, and travel only for essential reasons and essential purposes? What are the effects of isolation? Dr. John Cacioppo will discuss his understanding and his findings of what happens to individuals when this type of isolation is imposed on people. Now, these are just general categories of things that can and will happen to us. Let's join his interview here.
Or just people saying, you told me I feel lonely, so I'm going to look sad and hostile and all these things. And they would differ on those questions as well. And what we found was really stunning. If I make you feel lonely, you become more depressed. You become shyer. Your social skills are poor. And we now have brain imaging work just to say why you actually develop poor social skills when you feel lonely. You feel more hostile. You're angrier toward others. Your mood goes down. You fear negative evaluation. So all these things that we worried about being confounding factors turned out to be consequences. Our research continues to evolve in the area of social isolation.
Okay, let's take a look at what he said. I have it down in the lower right-hand corner. Depression begins to develop. I might add that there's anxiety too. And as one individual who was very credible in this area said to me, depression and anxiety are like a coin. There's the head and there's the tail of the coin. There's the one side of the coin, and then there's the flip side of the coin. That anxiety and depression kind of go together. So depression and anxiety will increase in our land if what he is saying is true. Social skills will go down. Well, social skills have already been going down because everybody is now on their cell phones. And anger and hostility will increase. I think he's right, and I think I see some of this already occurring in our land. So all these terms that are thrown at you and thrown at me are just another way of imposing upon us isolation, social distancing. I don't know if you've been out to the store and you look it down and there's those X's on the ground or on the floor. And remember, X is the number 6. So when you see 3 X's, you're actually seeing 666. Quarantine being self-imposed or given to you by your employer or whatever the source is, saying now you must be alone and stay in your house. The stay-at-home attitude that's developed. Many companies are now finding ways to get your computer and work at home. Not everyone can do that because their job isn't necessarily connected with a computer and doing something at home. So a certain portion can stay at home and do their work. Stay at home and go to school. Well, once again, that makes school no social contact whatsoever. And then travel. In some places now there's curfews and people must respond to the question, why are you out? What are you doing? All of this is under one word, isolation. Now, is this good for us? No. It will have negative impact on our land. And I would like for you to consider finding some ways to not isolate yourself. Be creative. I have a video on Durkheim and his study of suicide. It stands the test of time. The study that Durkheim did. If you get a chance, take a look at that, because the mental health, just the mental health of our land is going to decline tremendously, let alone other types of health, physical health, and then also there's the spiritual health. Take a look at that other video on Durkheim, and you will see that all of this is headed towards a lot of problems. And maybe you can be helpful to someone once they start slipping away a little bit into depression or anxiety, or they start to get very angry. You'll know why. It's because of what is coming upon us. It's a little like the situation that was in Egypt, and the Pharaoh imposed heavy burdens on God's people and caused a great deal of suffering. But there was a line of hope there, and it came through the fact that God sent Moses to help bring deliverance of the people. So look for hope and offer hope. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the video.